You know that feeling when you have a dream that's so close to your heart, it's almost like it's a part of you? Well, today, that's the journey we're going to talk about. It's a story about what it means to carry that dream, especially when it starts to feel impossibly heavy. And it all starts with this really simple personal connection. And this right here, this quote, is really the heart of the whole thing. It's about that quiet, deep relationship we all have with our own goals, our aspirations. You know, seeing them not just as some finish line, but as a friend, a companion that's with you the whole way.
All right, so let's jump in at the beginning. We're going to explore how a dream can be this guiding light, a kind of anchor when everything else feels like it's spinning.
See, this is what makes a dream so much more than just a passing thought, right? It's a presence. It's a thing that's there with you in those quiet, maybe lonely moments. It gives you comfort, sure, but more than that, it gives you a sense of direction. It's like your own internal compass that just keeps pointing forward.
And wow, you can just feel the vulnerability in this, can't you? It's that desperate plea, please don't fade away. It's this hope that you can keep that light visible because you're terrified of losing the one thing that helps you look up in the first place. But of course, every story has a conflict, and this is where things get tough. We're heading into that part of the journey where fear creeps in, and that bright guiding light starts to feel less like a light and more like an impossible weight.
And these fears, they're so universal, aren't they? It's that classic trio you see here. Being afraid of failing, afraid of losing this precious thing you're holding on to, and oh man, that deep down doubt about whether you're even strong enough to see it through. Put those together and they can just paralyze you.
So you've got this intense internal tug of war happening. On one side, there's that quiet pull of your dream, kind of whispering, keep going. But on the other side, you've got the iron grip of fear screaming at you to just run away. And when you're caught right in the middle of that, you're completely stuck. You go nowhere.
And this is what happens when that battle goes on for too long. You end up feeling more than just stuck. It's this deep, profound exhaustion. You feel lost, tired, and just completely hopeless. This is rock bottom. The point where giving up feels like the only sane option left.
But then, just when things are at their darkest, something shifts. It's not some grand event. It's a single, ordinary moment that changes absolutely everything. This right here is the turning point of the whole story.
So just picture it. You're in a park one evening. You're feeling completely grounded, heavy with all that fear and doubt. And then you look up and you see birds just flying high and free in this huge open sky. The contrast between how you feel and what you see, it's everything. And that's the spark. It's not some big, complicated plan. It's just a simple, powerful thought that cuts through all the noise. I want that. I want to fly like that too. I want to rise with my dreams. It's that little flicker of a wish to start moving again. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. This is about turning that internal feeling into a physical act. Folding a simple paper plane becomes this amazing symbol for processing all these huge emotions. You're not trying to get rid of the fear, you're acknowledging it. You're folding it right in there with your hopes. And then you get ready to let them both go, together.
So you let it go. And the first question that pops into your head is, will it go far? There's no big confidence here, you know? Just this tiny sliver of hope mixed with a whole lot of uncertainty.
And then the next thought hits you, and the tension just builds. Will it fall too soon? I mean, that question really captures how vulnerable this moment is. It's the fear that this one tiny act of hope is just going to fail immediately and come crashing right back down.
And this is the emotional peak. It's not a big shout, it's a whisper. Just, please don't let it fall. Please don't let it fall. It's a simple little prayer that holds every single ounce of hope you've just folded into that little paper plane. It's all about just keeping the dream in the air, even if it's just for one more second.
And in that moment, as the plane is flying, something profound is learned. So this last section is all about the lesson that came from that one simple act and how it completely changed the definition of hope and what it means to succeed.
And here's the key takeaway. The plane itself had no real strength, no power, but it still climbed. It carried the dream with it. And the success wasn't about how high it went or how far it flew. The absolute miracle was that this fragile, powerless little thing flew at all. For just a moment, it defied gravity. And that was enough.
So this just redefines hope in such a beautiful way. See, hope isn't really about reaching the final destination.
It's just about keeping the dream in motion. As long as that little plane is in the air, that feeling of hope inside you is still alive and kicking.
So flying becomes this metaphor for something so much deeper. It's the act of trying again, especially when you're scared. It's about choosing to believe again right after you've hit rock bottom. And it's about carrying and nurturing that tiny part of you that against all the odds still wants to rise.
And that brings us to this final powerful thought. Maybe flying doesn't always mean having wings. Maybe, just maybe, it's about having the courage to fold up your hopes and your fears together and just give them a gentle push into the wind, simply to see what happens.